Alex, I know there's one more backfield that we want to break down here. I know there wasn't really a drafted name there, but a move that was made during the draft was the Niners' Matt Breida moving over to the Miami Dolphins. So now we have another committee, right? Jordan Howard, Matt
Oh,
Breida.
here we go.
Who's taking
Yep.
over? Who do you see as the clear RB1 in Miami?
Yeah, just to clarify your previous point on Hunt, he was in 2017, round 3, pick 86 overall, but certainly a star in the making early in his career. I remember his first game, he went for like 35 fantasy points. So certainly I think some of these guys in the third round are going to have some tremendous value. But back to Miami, man, I was getting excited, kind of, sitting on Jordan Howard thinking, man, like I don't know how valuable the Miami Dolphins primary running back is going to be. But then you look at some of the other situations in the league, some of the other guys getting drafted into committee situations, and you're like, okay, Jordan Howard, he's still there on his own. He's still there on his own. And you get to round 5 and you're like, he's still there on his own. And then you start to get interested. You're like, I might draft Jordan Howard. I might, maybe he's sneaky. And here we go. Matt Breida traded to the Dolphins. I expect this to be just about as close to 50-50 as it gets. Breida should get most of the receiving work. Jordan Howard should get most of the goal line work. I think they're both right there in running back 3 territory. The crazy thing, though, about this backfield is both guys are only 25 years old, and even as early as last season, they showed they can still get it done. Breida was 7th in yards per carry last year with the San Francisco 49ers. I really don't think he's going to be that high this year. He's going to see what a real offensive line is like and what all these other running backs in the league are dealing with in Miami. And Jordan Howard last year, he was actually RB 15 in half PPR through his first 9 games. After that, he went out with injury. But as long as he played last season, he was RB 15 in half PPR. So both of these guys certainly have juice. I think they're both going to help that offense. I think they're going to be not quite as fantasy relevant as we want them to be. They're certainly going to be better than Patrick Laird. And it's disgusting how much attention Patrick Laird got at the end of last season as like a sneaky stream or a sneaky starter. So the fact that, Laird was a starter, I think Breida and Howard are going to be very fantasy relevant next season. It's RB2 at best, mid RB2 at best for Jordan Howard just because of the touchdown upside. But yeah, I'm probably staying away. I wouldn't mind having him as my RB3 or RB4, either of these guys. If I can snag Breida or Howard late, just someone to play during bye weeks. If something happens to one or the other, it's going to skyrocket the value of the last man standing. But not super interested, but certainly happy with either as a plug-and-play type of player. Steph, am I far off there? Are you higher on one than the other? I really can't decide. Like, I think I'd probably lean Howard, but, I think they're close.
Yeah, I like Howard. I've been a Howard truther since he came in the league. After his rookie season, I was all in on the guy. I'm still waiting for him to get back there, just because he's been in some split committee situations the rest of his career after that, and had kind of a down year, ending his tenure in Chicago. But I like the Howard side. Not to say Breida's bad by any means. Like I think he'd be fantastic. I actually think he can be really, really efficient. He can be a great change of pace back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. This is one that's like, if you're just taking shots on names, like last year, right? If you took some of these, this kind of approach, and you just grabbed a few names, you might have gotten Devin Singletary, you might have gotten, you might have gotten Austin Eckler, you might have gotten Phillip Lindsay. So some of these names here, I don't mind taking a shot on because, right, we covet these running back 1s or even these running back 2s, especially in deeper leagues, 14-team leagues, where you're not touching a running back off waivers. I don't mind taking a shot on redraft on either of those names.